And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV here tonight, virtually from the Eldora Speedway, as we get set for the SCRA Pro Late Models. Qualifying just about to begin, as our warm-up, our practice session has just been closed, and now we are ready for qualifying. These drivers will have 2 laps and 2 minutes to set the fastest lap times. We get set to take a look at some of the cars getting ready to come out onto the raceways. Let's turn that one off and let's bring you all the sights and sounds live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We're going to watch Drake Baxter. Drake Baxter in what is going to be car number 14, 014 on the screen. Times have come through on the top left-hand side. I believe we had about 40, mid-40s, mid to late 40s when it comes to drivers signing into the virtual pit area. I can tell you, Ryder Poston goes quick time with a 14.977. Still waiting for times to come through officially on your screen, but Drake Baxter is 9th quick with a 15.033. Make that 10th quick, as we'll see Jackson Dixon coming out onto the raceway. Not sure why we're not seeing any times coming through. So just a couple more drivers to circulate around the Eldora Speedway. Brandon Schatz in the 34 car. So back to Brandon Schatz in the 34, 35th quick, but looks like it's not going to matter because we are ready to show results here in a moment. So Chase Copeland 14.805, Dylan Coyle, Ryder Poston, Adam Roper, Devon Coyle, that's your top 5, Brody Ulick, Jacob Worthington, Dalton Clifton, Adam Tyler Scott, and Nate Wemhoff. That'll be your top 10 in qualifying as we get set for what is going to be heat race number 1. I hope this is going to show it properly because last week it didn't, but it looks like it might. Chase Copeland in the 110 car will start on pole. The 57 of Brody Ulick will light up out of position number 2. Position number 3 will be Gavin Gravitt. He'll start the 25 on the inside of Raiden Eversole. Joseph Renfro lines up the 11J from position number 5, and the 13 of Caden Mace lines up out of position number 6. Position number 7 will be Hunter Jordan to his outside, and the 516 that'll be Brooks Campbell from position number 8. Philip, probably going to get this one wrong. Thibault in the 151, he'll start from position number 9, and the 55R of Jackson Dixon lines up out of position number 10 as we get set for what is going to be heat race number 1 here at the Eldora Speedway. Safety car will go around one more time. As you can see, the safety car just towards the bottom of your screen now, going past the start-finish line, and our field of 10 drivers getting ready for what is heat race number 1 here at the Eldora Speedway, the SCRA Pro Late Models. Chase Copeland and Brody Ulick. That's your front row. Let's change that to gap, and we are ready for a start. We're green here at the Eldora Speedway. Copeland will lead the field down into turn number 1 and 2 for the first of 8 laps here in heat race number 1 of 5. Copeland just got the advantage down into turn number 3. Ulick back there in position number 2. Now top 3 go directly into the main event. Everybody else will be headed to Alphabet Soup Racing, B, C, a D, and maybe an E-main, depending on how many cars we are left with at the end of this one. As we've now got a battle for second and third as Gavin Gravitt will go down to the inside on Ulick into turn 3 and 4. Gravit has got the runner-up position. Upstairs goes Ulick once again. Here comes Raiden Eversole working to the inside in that double naught car. So Eversole has found his way to what is position number 3 and found his way into a direct transfer spot. Joseph Renfro now on the outside looking in. He's only one spot short. Down to the inside he goes. And you go back to the 22 car. That's Hunter Jordan, but side by side here between Eversole and Gravit. Eversole slides up across the nose of Gravit. Gravit turns it back underneath and they drag race. There's half a car length in it between second and third. As they went past the start-finish line, we're halfway home. 4 down, 4 to run. Eversole back to the inside on Gravit. Gravit going to switch back underneath. Look out, Brody Ulick there. He's now trying to get back into a transfer spot. We'll go 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. They'll go 2 wide off for turn 2 and working down the back straightaway. Gravit holds on to the runner-up position. Third, here comes Ulick. Now slides up across the nose of Eversole. Move Brody Ulick back to a transfer position. Now he's found his rhythm. It took him a couple of laps to get back down to the bottom and find that form, but they'll come to 1 to go. Chase Copeland leads by over 1.1 second. He'll extend that out to a 1.26 second lead, but right now working down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3, off for turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Chase Copeland gets the win. Gravit comes home in second. Third will go to Ulick. And those 3 drivers will transfer directly into tonight's feature event. We'll get to take a look at your official results here in just a moment as they'll come up on screen right now. Oh, that's no good. You took the wrong line. So Chase Copeland gets the win. Gavin Gravit in second. Brody Ulick in third. Raiden Eversole in fourth. Hunter Jordan rounds out your top 5. Mace, Renfro, Dixon, Thibault and Campbell will be your 10 cars for the remaining of heat race number 1. As we get set now for what is going to be heat race number 2. And on the pole is going to be Dylan Coyle to the outside of the front row. Jacob Worthington lines up out of position number 2. On the inside of that second row, there'll be Lucas Stevens to the outside. Justin Henderson in car 63. He'll start from position number 4. The 14 of Drake Baxter lines up out of position number 5. And Tyler Allwart lines up the 37 from position number 6. Landry Grubb lines up the 5 from position number 7. The 17, Zachary Meitzner, lines up out of position number 8. Then we go back to your final row. Colton Horvath lines up at a position number 9 as we look set for only 9 cars in what is going to be heat race number 2. SCRA Pro Late Models here from the Eldora Speedway. And again, we'll chuck another 8 laps on the board, top 3. You'll see this throughout the course of your 5 heat races here this evening. Hello, Johnson. Yeah, look, I'm doing 1 or 2 a week, just for the moment, just getting back into the swing of things. So can Coyle put himself on the outside of tonight's main event? Winner of this one will start our 50-lap feature event to the outside of the front row. Coyle, Worthington, Stevens, Henderson, Baxter, Allward, Grubb, Meitzner, and Horvath. Your 9 cars. 8 laps, top 3. SCRA Pro Late Models. Let's go racing. We're green in heat race number 2. And Dylan Coyle got a good start over Jacob Worthington. Worthington now fends off the challenge there from Lucas Stevens. But here comes Justin Henderson in the 63 to the outside of Stevens. Stevens down low. Henderson right through the hay little, right through the middle. Through turn number 3 and 4. He'll do the same down into 1 and 2. But look at Stevens working back to the inside. Battle on for the final transfer spot. Give the spot to Justin Henderson. Down into turn number 3. There's half a car length in it between Henderson and Stevens as they work off for turn number 4. Though Henderson now coming up to Jacob Worthington. So maybe that middle line right now is certainly going to be the place to be. We'll see how that unfolds here for the remainder of heat race number 2. Oh, look out, a little bit of contact there off for turn number 4. Tyler Allward and Lucas Stevens, Zachary Meitzner as well right there. Meitzner in the 17, just to the very right of your screen, the black, green and white machine. Gee, had to back out of it. Lucas Stevens just moved up just a little bit there on the exit of turn number 2. So your top 3, well, so far, They are looking the goods. Tyler Allwalt in that 37 car, but look out, here comes Lucas Stevens as well to the outside. Now switches back right through the middle there in 3 and 4 again. 5 down, 3 to run, 1.5 miles to go here at the Eldora Speedway. Keep an eye on Justin Henderson as he closes in right now on Jacob Worthington in the 50 car. He'll go outside, inside, switch lanes from the back straight away down into turn number 3. Allwart trying to put him over his Meissner, gets the 17 car into position number 5. 2 laps left to run. That's your top 3 on screen. And so far, Dylan Coyle out in front. He's led since the drop of the green flag. A white flag is in the air. 1 lap left to run here in heat race number 2. Coyle, he'll navigate his way through turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway into turn number 3 for the final time in heat race number 2. Off for turn number 4, picks up a nice little convincing victory. Dylan Coyle gets the win. Jacob Worthington home in second. Justin Henderson in third. And again, those 3 drivers moving directly into tonight's 50 lap A main event. Let's take a look at your results up on screen. So just to confirm, Dylan Coyle, Jacob Worthington and Justin Henderson, your top 3. Lucas Stevens, Meissner, Allwart, Baxter, Horvath and Grubb, your 9 cars for heat number 2. Heat number 3 lining up like this on the pole position. It'll be Ryder Poston in car number 2. To the outside of the front row from position number 2, the 88 entry of Dalton Clifton. Then we go back to the second row, inside and outside, inside with the 55 car of Aidan Lewis. And to the outside from position number 4, the L2 of Nick Leitzman. He'll start from position at number 4. Position number 5 will be the 450 or the 45 car. That'll be Jeffrey Hyatt. To the outside from 6 in car 38. That'll be Zach Britt. We go back to your 4th row, the 99 of Miller Kangas. He'll start from position number 7 and the 25 car of Jamie Kruthoff. Apologies if I got that one wrong. And Dakota Hopner lines up the 77 from position number 9. So looking at what we've got here, 8 cars. Look like Ryder Poston, our pole sitter, did not make it. So that in fact moves up the entire inside row. So right now, if I'm Aidan Lewis, I'm thinking, you beauty, I've just got myself a pole position start in heat race number 3. So just trying to, while these drivers are getting ready to go green, just having a look at the points situation for the SCRA Pro Late Model Series. Let's take a look as we go green, and well, Aidan Lewis will lead the field down the front straight away, but off for turn number 2. Hyatt, in fact it's Lewis. It was Hyatt who moved to the pole position, so they all moved up 1 position. So a little bit of a change when it comes to the starting lineup. But Aidan Lewis, well, he says, thank you very much. I'll take the race lead. Jeffrey Hyatt in second, Dalton Clifton in third. And you go back to Kangas, Leitzman, Hopner, and Britt. And you go back to Kruthoff. So 8 cars in what is heat race number 3. So the bottom lane was fastest in heat 1. The middle line in heat 2. Heat 3. They were venturing up top in 1 and 2. They're using a little bit higher than just a bit touch higher than mid-track in 3 and 4. And no doubt as the night goes on and progresses, this track will get a little bit slicker. And that line will go right up against the concrete wall. But just like that, we are already cross flag sticks. 4 down and 4 to run in heat race number 3. Aidan Lewis, your race leader. From Jeffrey Hyatt in second, Dalton Clifton in third. Miller Kangas in the 99 car. Back there in position number 4. 5th is Nick Leitzman, Hopner, Britt and Kruthoff. That's your 8 cars for what is heat race number 3. So again, we're right in the middle of our 3rd heat race. In fact, just like that, we're 6 down, 2 to run for Aidan Lewis, who's working the top through turns 1 and 2. Everybody playing nice, and they've just got themselves spread out just into a nice rhythm. It almost looks like a little bit of a hot lap session, but the white flag is out. 1 lap left to go for the 55 entry of Aidan Lewis. He'll work it down the back straight away. Into corner number 3, off for corner number 4. Checkered flag at the ready, and it is done. Heat 3 completed. Aidan Lewis gets the win. Second, we go to Jeffrey Hyatt, Dalton Clifton in third. Of course, we get to take a look at your official results just about to come up here on screen. So we give it a few moments for it to officially call this one and officially throw the checkered flag down on heat race number 3. So 8 cars. We were scheduled to have 9, but our original pole sitter of Ryder Poston unfortunately did not make the call, as we show you results here for what is heat 3 on screen. Aidan Lewis gets to win. Jeffrey Hyatt, Dalton Clifton. That's your top 3 locking into tonight's main event. Again, Kangas, Britt, Kruthoff, Hopner, and of course Poston will be headed to your alphabet soup here this evening. Heat number 4 lines up like this. Adam Roper in the 18 car. He'll start from pole position. The 23 of Adam Tyler Scott lines up at a position number 2. Position 3 will be Cameron Chandler in car 20 in the 127, looks like. And then we go back to position number 4, the 25 entry of Ian Rumsey. Position number 5 in the 58 car, that's Caleb Quinn from 6 in car 77. That'll be Daniel Harstad. From position number 7, Hunter Carrilla lines up the 44 entry to the inside of the 16 of Tobin O'Keefe. Now Tobin O'Keefe will line up from position number 8, and Wayne Hommel in the 44 car will start from position number 9. And just like that, we are ready to go racing here in a moment. Of course, the field will get the 1 green signal as they stand up behind, or they sit down and line up behind the iRacing.com official pace truck. So lights are out. Safety car will move to the infield. Off turn 4 on the pit entrance. So Adam Roper and Adam Scott. Here's your front row. Roper in the 18, Scott in the 23 car. Chandler, Rumsey in row 2. And penultimate heat race is green here at the Eldora Speedway. 2 by 2 as they worked it through turns 1 and 2. Here comes Ian Rumsey in the 25 car, looking to the outside on Adam Scott as they work off for turn number 4. Scott, he just holds on to position number 2 by half a car length at the start-finish line. Now we go 3 wide. Daniel Harstad in the 77, having a good look on the inside in turns 1 and 2. Was trying to get 2 for the price of 1, but couldn't quite get the drive on the exit of corner number 2, as Roper still leads at the completion of lap number 2. Rumsey sits in second, that's Ian. Scott in position 3 in that 23 car. Cameron Chandler trying to find one more position to get a direct transfer into your 50 lap A main event. Otherwise we'll be starting position 4 in your B main later on this evening. Cross flag sticks are out, 4 down and 4 to run. Jeez, you can see how close your top 4 are. 6/10 of a second separate first, second, third, fourth of Roper, Rumsey, Scott and Chandler. Although Scott trying a different line in 3 and 4 to what Ian Rumsey's. Rumsey, he was right up on the top of the racetrack in 3 and 4. He'll do the same into 1 and 2, but keep an eye on that 23 car. See what he does in turns 3 and 4. But there he goes mid-track, just probably a lane lower and just sliding up just a little bit and trying to stay in the tyre tracks of Ian Rumsey in the 25 car. 2 to run. Has Rumsey got something for Adam Roper here in the dying stages of heat race number 4? Find out. Penultimate lap. White flag is in the air. 1 lap left to run. Chandler going down to the inside on Adam Tyler Scott. Now here comes Tobin O'Keefe, but they'll work it into turn number 3. Off for turn number 4 for the final time. Who's it going to be? Adam Roper holds on for heat race number 4 victory. Ian Rumsey home in second. Adam Scott will come home third. And again, those three drivers transferring directly to your A main event. As we get set here in a moment, we'll take a look at heat race number 4 finishing results as we are done and dusted for the penultimate heat race of the night. Adam Roper gets the victory over Ian Rumsey and Adam Scott home in positions 2 and 3. Chandler in 4th, Keith in 5th, Harstad, Carilla, Quinn and Hommel. Your 9 drivers separated by just shy of 6 seconds there. So well done to Adam Roper, who puts himself in a good spot for tonight's starting position in the A main as we get set for heat race number 5, and let's take a look at your starting lineup. On the pole will be the 351 car. Looks like that'll be Devon Coyle. To the outside of the front row, the 48 of Nate Wemhoff. He'll start from position at number 2. Position number 3 will be the 33 car of JD Renfro. To the outside, Brandon Butterball. In the 24 car, he'll start from position number 4. Drake Dryman lines up from position number 5 in the 32 car of Austin Leitsman. He'll start from position number 6. From position at number 7, Brandon Schutz will line up the 34 car to the inside of that 4th row. And the 54 entry of Brendan Rogers lines up out of position number 8. Then we go back to your 5th and final row in the 17 car. That is Randy Jansen, who will start from position number 9. So our 9 cars are good. So now our 9 cars are good in turns 1 and 2. Look at Randy Jansen. He almost caught the inside concrete wall there going into turn number 1. As we get set, final heat race of the evening for the SCRA Pro Late Models. They'll come to the green off for turn number 4, and Devon Coyle says, "Let's go racing." One more time here in the daytime here at the Eldora Speedway. And immediately they went 2 and nearly 3 wide there in turns 1 and 2. So a little bit of a chaotic and hectic lap there to open up the final heat race of the night. Dryman got a little bit tight there as he was coming up to Nate Wemhoff there in the middle of 3 and 4. But gee, tell you what, he done well. And here comes Randy Jansen from the back of the field, mind you, from position number 9. He rolls the bottom. He's looking for position 4 off of turn 4. I think he just fell short there of Drake Dryman. There was, sorry, you used to call him Derek there. That's been a long time. As they work nearly 3 wide down into 3 and 4 we go. Gee, 3 wide for 4th, 5th and 6th position right now, if you don't mind. And I'll tell you what, they're not slowing down. Here comes Butterbo with a 2-for-1 slide job. Oh, a little bit of bump, a little bit of grind, a little bit of nose to tail. As they work into turn number 3, here comes Jansen, slides up across the nose of Butterwell. Meanwhile, this is only for 4th and 5th position. This is not into the show because your top 3 of Coyle, Renfro and Wemhoff, those 3 drivers, well, they've just cleared out right now from the 4th, 5th and 6th position battle that is happening on screen. Meanwhile, back up front, challenge for the race lead, JD Renfro and Devon Coyle. Coyle has got it down the back straightaway. Here comes Renfro back again with a slide job. I thought Coyle might have gone underneath him. Gee, they left a little bit too late. 2 laps left to run. Where do you want to look? You want to watch the battle for 4th and 5th? No, I'd rather watch the battle for the top 3 going on for the moment. JD Renfro holds on for the moment. They'll come to the white flag. 1 lap left to go here at Eldora Speedway. Wemhoff going to fight it down to the inside in turns 1 and 2. Will he have enough speed? No, he won't. Meanwhile, Randy Jansen gets by Brandon Butterball as they work into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Gee, they are all over this racetrack. Checkered flag is out. JD Renfro will get the victory in heat race number 5. Second will go to Devon Coyle. Nate Wemhoff will be your top 3. Again, we'll get to check to your results here in a moment. We'll just wait for iRacing to conclude what will be heat race number 5. Again, we are just waiting on that one, but we can confirm JD Renfro gets the victory over Devon Coyle. Nate Wemhoff, here is results coming up on screen right now. So I believe this is going to be a D main, but let me just check this. So results coming up on screen. Feet 5, JD Renfro, Devon Coyle, Nate Wemhoff, your top 3. Randy Jansen, Brandon Butterbo, Drake Dryman, Brandon Schott, Austin Leesman, and Brandon Rogers for your 5th and final heat race of the night. Then let me just check before we do this, because I'm pretty sure it is going to be a D main. So yes, the E main is skipped. And it is going to be D main lineup looking this way. So alphabet soup time for these drivers. Jackson Dixon on pole. Colton Horvath lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3, Dakota Hopner. From position number 4, Caleb Quinn. Position number 5, Austin Leesman. From position number 6, Philip Thibault to the outside of that 3rd row. 4th row inside and outside, Landry Grubb will start from position number 7. From 8 will be Ryder Poston. Position number 9, that'll be Wayne Hommel. From 10, it's going to be the 54 entry of Brendan Rogers. And our final row looking like this. Brooks Campbell will start from 11th, and Wesley Wilkins lines up at a position number 12, as that is not the case. So we are missing 1, 2, 3 people. So we have got 9 cars for this one. And this is when we start to eliminate drivers. 8 laps, top 2 will go on to the back of the C main. So hopefully our timing and scoring is working when it comes to timing and stuff. Well, let's get to the right cameras. We start to eliminate drivers from this one. Green flag is out. Jackson Dixon. So again, 9 cars do battle for 8 laps, and only top 2 going through to your C main. Again, your D main cars on track, and it's Jackson Dixon leading the way. Here goes Caleb Quinn, will go from the bottom. He'll slide it all the way to the top through turns 1 and 2. Here comes Dakota Hopner now. Hopner working back to the inside. Look at Brandon Rogers trying to go down to the inside and pick up 1, 2, even 3 positions. Rogers making it work down through turns 1 and 2. He'll slide it up to position number 4. He'll go to the concrete. Meanwhile, there's a little bit of rub and door panels right there on the back straightaway between Quinn and Hopner. And they keep it going. They keep it going in a forward direction. Hopner, I think, had it there on the inside. Hopner slides up across the nose of Quinn. This is your battle for the transfer position. Keep an eye just to the right of your screen there in the hashtag Make a Difference 54 car for Honor First Racing. Brandon Rogers trying to put himself into the back of tonight's C main. And for these drivers in the D main, they've got a lot of work to do. Should they make it into the top 2 as Rogers, well, he caught the concrete wall there on the back straightaway. And we are yellow. And it certainly happened. It just happened to be the 54 car of Brandon Rogers. So we'll take a look. Just there, caught the wall, and it's very, very easy to get the concrete wall off of turn number 2 if you miss your mark. Unfortunately, a couple of other drivers getting involved in that one, sort of know where to go, but these drivers, they do have a quick repair that they're allowed to use. So D main laps. He's going to be 5 down, 3 to run on the next restart of this one. So Rogers will go to the back of the field. And the lights are out on the iRacing.com safety vehicle. And Barney, the iRacing flagman, says, righto boys, we are ready to go back racing off turn 4. And the 55. Jackson Dixon, you have command of the field once again. Dakota Hopner in second in the 77 car. The 58 of Caleb Quinn in third, just on the outside looking in. Philip Thibault in the 151 car. Then you go back to Wayne Hommel in the 44. Brendan Rogers in the 54. And it looks like we are left with what is 6 cars in your D main with 3 to run. So which one of these, which 2 of these 6 drivers, I should say, will hold on? Well, pretty clear and cut right now as the yellow flag is out. I think that's Brandon Rogers again. It is. Just getting to the outside and all the 44 of Wayne Hommel, I think that was. Just got a little bit tight there. Yeah, the car was definitely tight, sliding up. Unfortunately, 54 car of Brandon Rogers finds himself back in the pits once again. And, well, dare say that, well, I will confirm that his night is now officially done. So second caution in your D main. And again, a reminder: top 2 go on to the back of the C main. And yes, like I said earlier, we are Alphabet Soup Racing. So previously, what we've seen like your B, C, and D main act as 3 different B mains, or your C and B act as if 2 different B mains. However, I can tell you that, again, we are going Alphabet Soup Racing, and it's refreshing to see. 2 to run, lights are out. Well, welcome back, Target. Welcome back. Should get a sponsorship from Target. So it looks like the lights are still on, in fact, so we're not going green just yet. Looks like the lights are out now. So just extending it 1 lap, but I can confirm that lights are out now. Field is set. And coming back to the green off for turn number 4, and we go racing. 2 laps left to run for Jackson Dixon in the 55 car. Can Dakota Hopner, can he hold on to that final transfer position? Well, odds are very, very short, and looks like the answer might be yes. They'll come to the white flag. 1 lap left to go, and once we get that white flag, there's no more cautions. D main is only a couple of turns away from completing. Down the back straight away into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Jackson Dixon will come off for turn number 4. He gets the victory. He moves on along with Dakota Hopner. Oh, Brandon Rogers again. He's having a night to forget in that 54 car. So your D main results about to come up on your screen. Just again waiting for iRacing to throw the official checkered flag on that one. Now I believe we're going to move into a 10 lap C main. So D main results coming up on screen. So Jackson Dixon and Dakota Hopner, those 2 drivers will advance to your C main. They'll come up in the back of this one, a field of 12 cars, but for the likes of Hummel, Quinn, Rogers, Leedsman, Grubb, and Campbell for your 9 drivers in the D main, well, their night is done and dusted as we get set for your C main. And Caden Mace lines up the 13 car from the pole position to the outside of the front row. The 37 of Tyler Orwart lines up at a position at number 2. Position at number 3 with the 38 car of Zach Britt to the outside in the 77. That's Daniel Harstad. He'll start from position number 4. Rolling off from position number 5, it'll be Drake Dryman to the outside in the 11J of Joseph Renfro. He'll start from position at number 6. Position number 7 in the 14 car, that'll be Drake Baxter to the outside in the 25. Jamie Kruthoff, he'll start from position at number 8. Hunter Carilla lines up the 44 from position number 9. The 34 of Brandon Schott will line up at a position number 10. And we go back to our D main winner and transferee, Jackson Dixon in the 55R car starting. Is that the 55? It might just be 55 car. 55J, one of those cars in here. The 55 of Jackson Dixon line up at a position 11, and the 77 entry of Dakota Hopner lines up at a position number 12. So our field is set as we are ready to go racing off turn number 4. 10 laps, top 2. Your C main cars. Top 2 go on to the back of the B, and I believe we're only taking 4 from your B main to the A, so make it a 19 car field in the main event as we are racing here in your C main. No, Zach Britt got a little bit tight there as everybody 4 wide. Oh boy. Well, I believe that was Jackson Dixon in the 55 car who made that initial move there to go from the bottom to the top of bottom of a 4 wide battle and make the initial contact. Let's take a look. So keep an eye on the 55 car. Went down to the inside. Gets a little tight. I don't think he made first contact. Actually, I think if you have a look in front of him, the 14 car just having a little bit of contact there. Yeah, the 14. But he certainly contributed to that one. But anyhow, we let race control deal with that one. That has nothing to do with us whatsoever. But we know Caden Mace is our pole sitter for the restart. And your C main drivers are on track here at the Eldora Speedway. So lights still flashing. In fact, that might have just been turned off just now. So race control said, right, let's go back racing. So lights did in fact turn back on. Of course, caution laps not counting. Right, lights are out once again. Caden Mace in the 13 car. Zach Britt in the 38, the 77 of Daniel Harstad, Drake Dryman, and the 14 of Drake Baxter. Top 5, only 2 going into your B main as we are back underway in your C main as here goes Zach Britt trying to go for the race lead in turns 1 and 2, and he will. Move is successful, but here comes Caden Mace now back down to the inside, but it's going to be Zach Britt to lead off for turn number 4, and just like that, you've got a new leader here in your C main. Dryman working right through the middle. He'll slide it up to the cushion there on the exit of turn number 2, just to the right of your screen. Then you go back to the 77 car of Daniel Harstad. He'll work it low on for turn number 4. So top and the bottom groove. Working right now in 3 and 4, but right now a lot of the drivers work on the top of the racetrack, even through the middle as well. Here comes Mace in the 13 car trying to close in on Zach Britt once again. Geez, all over the rear bumper. Expect the slider to come, although Britt, he entered in the middle of turns 1 and slid it up to the top of the racetrack, really blocking that slider, or making it very difficult for Caden Mace to throw that slider in turns 1 and 2. 6 down and 4 to run in your C main. And both Britt and Mace go back to the top side. Oh, look how Kruthoff caught the inside wall there on the entry to turn number 1. It is a may have broken a left front of that one, or really damaged the front of that race car. Harstad into position number 3. Dryman now trying to go for that 3rd spot in turns number 1 and 2, and well, he makes it work. But here comes Daniel Harstad now back to the inside off for turn number 4. Harstad has reclaimed the position just by a front bumper. There's only 2 to run, and these drivers are battling for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th position, because you throw in Brandon Schatz and Jackson Dixon as well. from the C main, but white flag is out. 1 lap left to go. Well, there's a bit of contact there. Dixon is one of the cars to go around, but because we're on the white flag lap, there will be no more cautions. Into turn number 3, off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. And Zach Britt in the 38 is victorious. Second will go to Caden Mace. Drake Dryman home in position number 3. Brandon Schultz in 4th. Jamie Kruthoff to round out your top 5. So again, we're waiting for the official timing and scoring to come up here on your screen. So again, just waiting for the C main to officially complete before we can get those official results on screen. So here they are, your C main drivers. Zach Britt and Caden Mace, those two transferring to your back, or to the back of your B main here this evening. The likes of Dryman, Schatz, Kruthoff, Renfro, Orward, Harstead, Hopner, and Dixon, the top 10. Those drivers, 4th on back. And of course, Baxter and Carrilla in 11th and 12th, unfortunately, will miss out in the A main tonight. And of course, they'll miss out in the B main tonight. Let's take a look at your starting lineup for your B main. It'll look like this. Raiden Eversole will start on pole in the double naught car. Meanwhile, the double 1 car of Lucas Stevens rolls off at a position number 2. Position number 3 will be the L2 of Nick Leitzman. He'll start from position number 3. And driving the 127 car, Cameron Chandler lines up at a position at number 4. Rolling off in the 17 car from position number 5, that'll be Randy Jansen to the outside. In the 22 car of Hunter Jordan, he'll start from position at number 6. Position number 7, the 17 of Zachary Meitzner. In the 99 of Miller Kangas lines up at a position number 8. Rolling off at a position number 9, Tobin O'Keefe in car 16 from 10. Brandon Butterball in the 24 car will start to the outside of row 5. Of course, Zach Britt, your C main winner, he'll start from 11th. And the 13 of Caden Mace lines up the 13 from position number 12. And again, we are starting to eliminate more and more drivers as we move through this SCRA Pro Late Model event. We're into our penultimate race. 12 laps, 12 cars. Top 4 transfer to your A main. I'm just going to confirm that it is. I believe that they were talking about it before, that they were going to take the top 4 as I guess we can only wait and see. So a 19 car field looks like it might be. We might even take top 5 and make it a 20 car field. But right now, Raiden Eversole is your race leader through turn number 1 and 2. Look at Randy Jansen. You go back to Randy's opening heat race. He had to start position number 9. And he found his way to the race lead. Oh, hard contact there for Brandon Butterbo in the 24 car, I think that was. Was it Miller Kangas? In fact, it's Raiden Eversole. So let's take a look at the 27 car. Let's have a look at what happened. Oh, just a little bit of contact there, and oh, a bit more contact. And geez, going from the pole position, well, going back to the tail end of the field right now. So again, the field waiting for the iRacing.com pace truck to find its way to the front of the field again. So don't be surprised if we see these restarts are going to be, from what I was told, these restarts were going to be single file. Don't forget, still got a 50 lap A main event to come after your B main. We'll have a warm up session followed by that as well. And we're back to green off for turn number 4. And these drivers working down the back straightaway here at the Eldora Speedway. It is going to be Raiden Eversole, your race leader, from Nick Leedsman, Hunter Jordan, Randy Jansen on the outside of a 3-wide battle. So for the moment, we're just going to call it the top 4. Transferring directly into this show, the 17 of Zachary Meisner caught the inside of the concrete wall in turns number 1. Meanwhile, here come Nick Leedsman, trying to move back to the runner-up position. So far, he'll get pushed back to position number 3 by Randy Jansen, who is working to the outside. Here comes the 16 of Tobin Keefe, now 3 wide off of turn number 2, if you don't mind. And this 3-wide battle is for a transfer position. Unbelievable that they all managed to keep it going in a forward direction, although one more car upside down, Cameron Chandler, I believe it is, in the 27 car, and gee whiz. Chandler's had probably a few laps that I'm sure he'd rather forget about. And upside down goes the 27 car, but managed to survive and stay on 4 wheels. Although certainly that car has certainly seen better days, that's for sure. Well, your B-main drivers are really starting to get a little bit desperate here in tonight's final opportunity for some of these drivers to get into your show directly. So directly from the heat races, we've taken 15 drivers. Now, according to our race control, we did hear earlier, well, I heard earlier, that they were taking 4 at this stage. And obviously give or take depending on how the racing goes. Of course, can change in a moment's notice. Again, we're just going to roll with the punches as the lights are out. So Eversole, Jansen, Leedsman, and Keith. That's Keith, your top 4. 5th is Lucas Stevens. Can he put it into the show? Again, time will tell. 5 down, 7 to run. Green flag is back out. Nick Leedsman, geez, he already was caught napping there on that start as they go 2 and 3 wide. They'll go 3 wide again for the final transfer position. They're 3 by 2 by 2 down the back straightaway into turn number 3. And again, though, this time they'll go 2 by 3 by 3. So now they'll slip it out to 2 by 3 through turns 1 and 2. Tobin Keefe has got that 4th and final transfer position at the moment. Oh, look out, Zach Britt, your C-main winner, finds himself at the back of the field with some contact there with Cameron Chandler, who again, Chandler, he's absolutely had no luck whatsoever when it comes to your B-main. Slider from Randy Jansen on Raiden Eversole. Jansen holds the race lead with just 4 laps left to run. Eversole with a move on Jansen, but here comes Jansen making the move back into turn number 3 and 4, although they crisscross there on the exit of turn number 4. And Randy Jansen with 3 to run, he's got the race lead. Here comes Eversole right up across the nose of Jansen. Jansen seen it coming, waited for him to go past the front of the nose of that 17 car, and he moved back down to the inside. He'll do a carbon copy off the turn number 4. 2 to run at the line. There was barely anything between Jansen and Eversole, and the battle for the B-main. 1st and 2nd place is on for young and old right now. Here comes Eversole with another big slider on Jansen. Jansen again goes back from the top to the middle of the racetrack, and he is got it by 3/4 of the car length at the start-finish line. Here comes Eversole. The white flag is out. Jansen back to the outside off for turn number 2. Now cuts it down to the low side into turn number 3. He'll slide it all the way the creek, and he will get the win in your B-main. Randy Jansen gets the victory. 2nd, Raiden Eversole. 3rd, Nick Leedsman. 4th, Tobin Keith. And unofficially, we are taking the top 4. So let's take a look As the sun goes down, the lights turn on. Your B main results coming up on screen. It looks like you had some of the worst luck ever. B main results, Randy Jansen gets the win over Raiden Eversole in second. Nick Leedsman in third. Tobin Keith to round out your top four. Caden Mace will come home in fifth. Lucas Stevens, Zachary Meitzner in sixth and seventh. Miller Kangas in eighth. Hunter Jordan in ninth. Zach Britt rounds out your top 10. And the Cameron Chandler and Brandon Butterball will be 11th and 12th position. So we are going to take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll come back, we'll pay some bills, and come back with your 50-lap A main event to come here in a few moments' time.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted in league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12-Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com. iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted in league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70 plus cars and 85 plus tracks from real world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12 Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV, coverage of the SCRA Pro Late Models Series here tonight from the Eldora Speedway. Brett Wheeler joined by myself as we get set for your A main starting grid coming up here on your screen. Looks like we have a field of 21 drivers. So on the pole we Chase Copeland, to the outside of the front row we Dylan Coyle from position at number 2. Position at number 3 is going to be Aidan Lewis from 4 be Adam Roper. Position at number 5, JD Renfro from position number 6, Gavin Gravett. Position at number 7, Jacob Worthington. Jeffrey Hyatt lines up at a position number 8. Ian Rumsey rolls off at a position number 9, and Devon Coyle will round out your top 10. Brody Ulick lines up at a position number 11, and Justin Henderson lines up at a position number 12. From position number 13, Dalton Clifton. From 14, Adam Scott. Nate Wemhoff rolls off at a position number 15. Randy Jansen, your B main winner, rolls off at a position number 16. Raiden Eversole lines up at a position number 17. Nick Leedsman rolls off at a position number 18. Tobin Keith at a position number 19. Caden Mace lines up at a position number 20. And your 21st starter from the C main to the B to the A, that's the 38 car of Zach Britt. So it looks like Zach did not make the call. He's going to be not in this one, so it looks like it is going to be just 20 cars. So we did take the top 5. You're looking at a what? Will.i.am? What are you looking at? But either way, lights are out. SCRA Pro Late Models here at Eldora Speedway. The lights are on. It's pretty grim. Pretty dark in certain places on the racetrack. Green flag set to fly. Let's go racing for 50 laps around the Eldora Speedway. And I forgot the fireworks go off here at the Eldora Speedway on the green flag, but leading down the back straightaway, Chase Copeland leads from Aidan Lewis, Dylan Coyle. They will go side by side for positions number 2 and 3. Off for turn number 4. Give the second spot to Aidan Lewis, and here he goes right through the middle. Coming up to Chase Copeland. Your race leader down the back straightaway. Look at Adam Roper as well, following in behind Dylan Coyle. And Coyle to the outside and gets to the race lead. You've got a new leader at the completion of lap number 2, 48 to run. Look at Roper on the outside. And Roper goes from, I think, 4th, even 3rd up, right into the runner-up position. Worked all the way around the top of the racetrack. Gee, look at them go mid and top. Couple of drivers even trying to go to the inside line. Look at Roper around the outside as they work down the front straightaway. Coyle, Roper and Gravett. Why does this not look like it's working properly? Either way, we continue on here at the Eldora Speedway. Let's try to go to the top. Either way, still not showing. And let's go top and bottom just so you can see what is going on. And right now, Nate, it's Gavin Gravett. Is he really your race leader? Gee, he went to the front very quickly. Didn't he start? I thought he started at least in that third or fourth try, but geez, it's not taking a whole lot of time to get to the front. Gravett around the outside of, oh no, on the inside of Roper. Roper goes to the outside. So 50 long laps around the Eldora Speedway. Gravett and Hyatt now. Hyatt into the concrete wall in the midway point of the back straightaway. Dylan Coyle, Ian Rumsey, your top 5. Aiden Lewis sits back there in position number 6. Copeland, Renfro, Yillick and Coyle. That's your top 10 as we work down the back straightaway. Roper leads. We can change it from intervals. So that's intervals between drivers. Well, there'll be no gap between the gaps right now, as seeing though it's not really going to work. So we'll just leave it as it is. Adam Roper, your race leader, watching Roper to the left of your screen. Gavin Gravett and Jeffrey Hyatt, your top 3. We go back to 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th position. A nice little 4-car tandem right now into turn number 1 and 2. Just back behind them goes the 33 car. That's JD Renfro. Throws a move on Brody Ulick now. Renfro and Devon Coyle. Down to the inside goes Aiden Lewis. In fact, it was Copeland just behind Lewis now. Gee, they're really getting close to one another. Just looking at the top 3 again as they work through turns 1 and 2. Watching 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and even 8th position. They're back to the 57 car. Oh, Brody Ulick. Look at this 5-car battle right now. Look at, here comes Ian Rumsey with a slider. Rumsey now throws the slider on Lewis. Lewis turns it back underneath him off for turn number 2. They drag race down the back straightaway. No, it used to be gap. It was still gap when it comes to timing and scoring. Now it seems to be working. There we go. I don't know why, it just took a few laps for it to figure itself out properly. As Adam Roper, your race leader from Gavin Gravett, Jeffrey Hyatt, your top 3. So far, clean and green for the first, what is 16 and a half laps. Watching again, Ian Rumsey, Aiden Lewis. Rumsey with a slider on Lewis. Lewis just tapped the brake, turned it back underneath him now. And then Chase Copeland right there with him as well. So Copeland rim riding up on the top of the racetrack. Oh, look at, here comes JD Renfro putting the move there on Brody Ulick as Ulick move back by to position number 7. Here comes Rumsey with another slide job on Lewis. And this battle for 4th and 5th position really starting to heat up right now. But I got to say, man, your top 3, gee, they are really going at it right now. Roper with a move on Gavin Gravett once again off for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be? There's nothing in it between 1st, 2nd and 3rd. 0.166 of a second separating your top 3 as they drag race down the back straightaway. Who's it gonna be? Roper, Gravett and Hyatt. Roper's got it. 3 wide off for turn number 4 for the race lead, if you don't mind. Yellow flag is out just as we come to 30 to go. And we got the 30 to go signal sign now. Unfortunately, that is going to take a lap out of the books as well. Because once we go green, we start a new lap. So, interval changes in different parts of the racetrack. And the gap is essentially the live timing part of that one. That's what the difference is. It just wasn't showing those first 10 to 12 laps for some reason. Don't know why, but Right. So our field is sent once again. Here to go back green. And we are back to 29 remaining. 29 to go. Here comes Gravit to the outside on the Roper. Roper, does he go from the bottom to the top? No, he's going to leave Gravit to lane on the outside. Roper goes through the middle. And he'll do the same through turns 1 and 2. Trying to find the moisture, but right now, I think the place to be is all the way up, right up on top of the cushion. And Roper slides up along the front of the nose of the 25 car of Ian Rumsey. Very aggressive to do that, but it needed to be done if he wanted to stay inside the top 3, because otherwise he could be back outside of a top 5 just like that by sticking down to the low side. Watching Aiden Lewis and Copeland in the 1 on the 25 car. Well, no, the 55 car. The 25 is Rumsey, and the 55 is Aiden Lewis. Copeland again all over the back off Ian Rumsey down the back straightaway. Just behind the timing and scoring screen is Gavin Gravit, your race leader. So as we go yellow once again. 17 car of Randy Jansen involved in this one. Let's take a look at what happened. And in fact, just happened in front of him. They sort of know where to go on that exchange. So I believe that was Renfro. In the 33 car. Again, we have another look at an instant replay. So the 57, which should be Ulick, I think it is. Then Renfro, then Jansen gets involved, and unfortunately we've got a right front tyre missing on the 33 car. Yeah, but either way, we're back under the yellow flag conditions, and once we go back green, the cross flag sticks will come out as well, which signifies half race distance. Of course, no interviews tonight, just straight up once we are done with the feature event. We will cut out the broadcast. So waiting for the lights to go out on the pace truck and around the venue, which they do. So still 17 cars on the racetrack here at the Eldora Speedway. So make it 18 and back even 19 now as we have a couple of cars late back to the back end of the field as Gavin Gravit goes
green flag.
back and stomps the loud pedal. 25 down and 25 to go, and gee, Adam Roper, he went straight to the top. He wanted that top spot of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. Now Copeland trying to come down to the inside, makes a little bit of contact. They go 3 wide. Here comes Rumsey, Jeffrey Hyatt there as well, but look at Aiden Lewis now, working his way to a top 3. Meanwhile, Hyatt and Rumsey, a little bit of contact. Here comes Copeland to the outside, 3 wide in turns 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Adam Roper, your race leader from Gavin Gravit. Oh, your caution's out just as the race for the race between the top 7 was certainly heating up. And unfortunately, stalls out here once again, so as quick as you like. 3 cautions inside of what is probably about 8 laps, I'd say. And it's just what happens here at the Eldora Speedway sometimes. Nothing you can do about it. So again, we get the field lined up into rows of 2 by 2. In fact, they might even go, yeah, looking like they're going to go single file here. So lights still flashing on the pace vehicle. So we will stay single file here on the restart. So 22 remaining. And we are back to green here at the Eldora Speedway, and again, just like that, it's going to be Adam Roper leading from Gravit. Here comes Lewis now down to the inside in turns 3 and 4. Copeland, he's just been biding his time right now, trying to find himself late in this race near the top 5 to hopefully be right near the leaders, and then maybe potentially make that pounce and a challenge for the race lead. But we've got 20 to go, so 30 down and only 20 laps around the Eldora Speedway. Can you still see majority of the drivers working the cushion? Here comes Copeland with the move there on Lewis, and Lewis now, well, he has no choice but to go from the top to the bottom and cut back underneath the 1 car of Copeland. Now slides it back up to the cushion. He cleared Copeland quite well. He cleared him by a fair way. And then Ian Rumsey still rounding out your top 5. Tobin Keith back there to position number 6. I think Tobin Keith started near dead last in this field, or certainly started at the back of this field. So I'll tell you what, that 16 car is really making some headway near the front of the field right now.
The yellow flag is out.
The yellow flag is out just as we were coming to 17 to go. So let's have a look at some of these starting positions. Actually, there's almost no point just yet because it's going to... Let's have a look at positions gained. Yeah, Tobin Keith started 19th and he's plus 12 at this stage. So Raiden Eversole started, well, was 17th, but looks like he's just now slipping back down through the order for a few moments. Again, we get that couple of, up to a handful of laps before the caution comes out again. So Adam Roper looking for a win here at the Eldora Speedway. Gavin Gravit also looking to put his 25 car on the top step of the podium. Looks like our lights are out and our field will go back to double file restart. Maybe the final opportunity for these drivers to find themselves into a double file restart. Time will tell, and
Green, green, green.
well, I'm going to leave that comment till after the till after the race, because I thought And again, I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but I thought you had to wait till the pace car was off the circuit. And now we're back to green flag action here at the Eldora Speedway. Pro late models really starting to turn it on here, and see some drivers really working all over this racetrack, trying to fight for every inch, every room possible, and the right line to get around this half a mile here in Eldora Speedway in Rossburg, Ohio. And big pile up for what is fifth on back, as Randy Jansen is up to position number 4, mind you. So I believe no, not Gavin Gravitt. He's there. Why was it showing him? Ian Rumsey maybe in the... Yeah, it is Ian Rumsey in the 25 car. Let's have a look. Wow, wow, wow. And yep. So again, we get this field lined up. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this field go back to single file restarts right now. So again, we'll come back to green flag conditions here in a few moments' time. Lights are still flashing, so not going green just yet. We can only wait for race control to have a look and determine who is going where when it comes to who's at fault for that. There is single file restart in full effect here at Eldora Speedway. The SCRA Pro late models with 15 remaining. So we had about the first 15 laps go green flag until our caution. And I think we've had 4 or 5 cautions since then in the past 20. But again, it's just how Eldora Speedway and Pro late models work, unfortunately. We tick another lap off the books. Here comes Lewis all over the back of Adam Roper through turns number 1 and 2. Roper's got the advantage down the back straightaway. Randy Jansen has found his way to position number 3. Gets around the outside of Gavin Gravitt now. And here comes Jansen. Well, he started position 9 or 10 in heat race number 1. And he's had to really fight for every position around the Eldora Speedway. And Jansen again right up on top of the cushion through turns number 3 and 4. Looking like he just lost a little bit of ground now to Roper and Lewis, who just looks a little better through turns 1 and 2. Lewis catching the concrete wall on the exit of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. They're in turns 4. They come off turn 4 now. 11 laps to run for Adam Roper. Can he hold on in the 18 car? Aidan Lewis in second, Randy Jansen third, Gavin Gravitt in fourth, and Dylan Cole rounds out your top 5. And there is a whole hornet's nest of cars for 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. And even throw in 11th while you're there. Look at the battle here right now. These 5 and 6 cars really going at a 3-1 down the back straightaway. Brody Ulick up on top of the racetrack and almost nowhere to go. Almost squeezed into the concrete wall. But he had enough space and had enough time to get that car 4 wide through turn number 1 and 2. Surely this does not end well. But well, it ends well for 1 and 2.
The yellow flag is out.
And 2 it does not end well for. You can see that is Jeffrey Hyatt. He spun around here on the back straightaway. And gee, we really caught that one at a moment's notice, but gee whiz. Outside the top 5 5 and 6 cars going at it. 2 and 3 wide. You love to see it, but unfortunately, what you don't love to see is a caution coming out. So now we're inside of single-digit laps remaining, which should automatically mean less than 10 to go on the iRacing.com service. Should mean a single file restart. And hopefully those lights on the infield that are flashing red turn to green. They do, which means we are ready to go racing off corner number 4 with Adam Roper, Aidan Lewis, Randy Jansen, Gavin Gravitt, and then what is going to be Dalton Clifton, I believe, rounding out your top 5. No, it's going to be Dylan Coyle. And back racing we go. A heat race distance is all that separates one of these drivers from visiting the victory lane here at the Eldora Speedway. And let's keep an eye up near the front of the field, because I get the feeling that this is not done between Adam Roper and Aidan Lewis just yet. 7 laps remaining. Here goes Lewis. Down to the inside, slide job complete, slingshot, and well, the crisscross turns underneath from Adam Roper is in full effect, and he says, you know what, I and 2 can play this game, let's go racing. 6 to go here at Eldora Speedway. Roper still leads by half a car length through turn number 1 and 2. Just to the right of your screen is Randy Jansen in the 17K. He just slowly falls out of picture, but of course we'll come back into picture with Gavin Gravitt, Dylan Coyle, and then Nate Wemhoff, your top 6, but just as we were coming to 5 to go. And again, the yellow flag comes back out here on the raceway. So a tough night for some of these drivers. It all started so well to kick off this SCRA Pro Late Model race here at the virtual Eldora Speedway here on iRacing.com. So the lights are still flashing on the pace truck.
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
Thank you, Spotter. Thank you for telling me that. I could have told you that. So again, race control probably just looking at the cause of the caution, but again, lights are out. Five laps left to run. SCRA Pro Late Models. Eldora Speedway. Field lined up behind the 18 of Adam Roper.
Green, green, green.
And yes, it is green, green, green. Absolutely back racing here at Eldora. Has Aidan Lewis in the 55 got anything for your race leader of Adam Roper? Does Jansen have anything late in this one? Well, my gut feeling says no, but I'll tell you what, I could be wrong. The only one I think possible to pull anything off here is going to be the 55 car of Aidan Lewis. They work down the back straight away. They'll come to 3 to run. 1.5 miles to go. Slide job by Lewis on Roper. Lewis caught the concrete wall. And I'll tell you what, he caught the cushion as well. Lewis and Roper now. Roper back with a short little slider there on Lewis, and Roper back to the race lead. Gee, this is going to be a race for the ages. They come to 2 laps to go. Tip of the green. Twin sticks in the air. 2 laps left to go. Adam Roper, Aidan Lewis. Who's it going to be through turn number 1 and 2? Sees Roper lead down the back straight away. If we can protect that slotted line, you dare say that Adam Roper is a 95% chance of going to victory lane. But the white flag flies. 1 lap left to go here at the Eldora Speedway. And what does Aidan Lewis have left in the tank here in the final 2 left-hand turns coming up? Down the back straightaway into corner number 3, off the turn number 4. Who's it going to be? A late run for Lewis, but no, Adam Roper holds on for a victory. What a race between Roper, Lewis, and you can even throw in Jansen there late in that one. What's that, dude? So let's take a look at your official feature race results coming up on screen for the SCRA Pro Late Models here at the Eldora Speedway. Adam Roper is confirmed going to victory lane. In fact, he's probably already parked up, celebrating, got the champagne, got the beers out, ready to go. He gets the win over Aidan Lewis in second, Randy Jansen third, Gavin Gravitt fourth, Nate Wemhoff to round out your top 5. Ian Rumsey, Dylan Coyle, Brody Ulick, Jacob Worthington and Raiden Eversole will round out your top 10. Jeffrey Hyatt, JD Renfro, Dalton Clifton, Nick Leedsman and Justin Henderson make up your top 15. 16 through to 20th will look like this. Devon Coyle, Caden Mace, Tobin Keith, Adam Scott and Chase Copeland in 20th. And of course, Zach Britt, that'll be it because that was it. As there we go. We are done here at the virtual Eldora Speedway, the SCRO Pro Late Models. But until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler signing off saying good night.